Hey everybody, Tony at mymortgageguytony.com. I wanted to give you a quick market update, but I'm going to take a little bit of a different approach to it. I'm going to give you a bid over ask scenario because I think a lot of people are facing this really extremely tight inventory market where homes are seeing multiple offers, and you might wonder if you should put an offer on the home that's above asking price in order to win. So the forecasted appreciation for Clackamas County in this particular example is expected to be 5.3% over the next year and 23.6% over the next 5 years. So this might help you evaluate the amount, if any, that you're willing to offer over asking price. So if you decide to delay your purchase on the other hand, the market's not going to remain idle, and you might miss out on appreciation gains and also the additional benefits of mortgage amortization. So I'm going to go through all of that. I'm going to take a specific home and walk through not only the metrics as it pertains to market update for Clackamas County, but also get into the specifics of this home so you can see if it would be worth putting an over asking price offer. So we're going to take a look at a couple of different things. And the scenario is this: there's going to be a first-time home buyer currently renting in Clackamas County, looking to buy a home in Clackamas County, but because of this particular price point, $450,000, there's a lot of activity. And so the decision needs to be made. Do we put in a higher offer than what the bid or what the asking price is? So let's take a look here at the numbers and jump right in. So first of all, I want to make certain that it makes sense to buy a property versus renting it. So sometimes renting can be cheaper, obviously from a cash flow standpoint. And in some cases, particularly in this market where we're seeing these crazy low interest rates, your buying power is amazing, and it's oftentimes less expensive to buy than it is to rent. So Clackamas County, for $470,000 home, comparable rent about $2,400 a month in rent. And so when we compare this over 5 years, it's actually even cheaper to buy than it is to rent over that 5-year period of time by about $1,000 a year. But where the real power comes in is gain on appreciation versus gain on amortization. So gain on appreciation, this is the property value, with a cumulative average of 4.76%. $470,000 today in 5 years is going to be worth $593,000. Gain on amortization, this is your mortgage piggy bank. So for every dollar you're putting towards your mortgage payment, there's a portion that is increasing your equity position over 5 years. That's about $50,000. So one of the things you can take a look at is that gain on amortization and gain on appreciation, these two factors play into the cost of waiting. So not only does the property value increase, there's the potential also for market rates to go up, but you're losing out on this equity building over that same period of time. And so as I had mentioned before, the market doesn't sit idle just because someone might wait to see what they should do because of the activity being higher right now. So the net gain, when we factor in 6% cost to sell, initial closing cost, you're still net $133,000. That's so powerful. And it's the reason why statistically people that own a home have a 40 times higher net worth than those that rent a home. So now let's jump into what is leading this increase in property value. Like, why can we expect this to be so strong over the next 5 years? Well, you may have heard me talk about demographics. So when we talk about the largest living population right now, the millennial generation, they are reaching the average age of first-time home buyer. And the analysts that we follow are expecting that there's going to be this huge wave of millennials that are going to be buying their first home, and they're going to be leading real estate over the next really 7 to 10 years. So when we look at household formations, this is need for new homes. This can be migration to the area, this can be divorce, but that's statistically constant from 1 year over the next. And then this demographic that I'm talking about. So we've got in Clackamas County a need for 4,700 homes, with actual homes being built of 2,260. So huge supply and demand gap. That's going to continue to drive values up. And then when we combine that with the fact that we're bookended by really high cost of living, high cost of real estate in Seattle and San Francisco, this is the last affordable place on the West Coast, and we're down 14% year over year on inventory. So again, really creating this market where the activity level is high, not a lot of homes, but a lot of offers. And so does it make sense to put a over asking offer in? So when we take a look at that $450,000 house, we're talking about a $20,000 over offer, $470,000. Now we're looking at where would the break even be given this forecasted appreciation. So we're really taking the subjectivity out of this. We're taking the emotion out, and we're just looking at objective numbers, forecasted appreciation versus today's price, ask price versus what's it going to take to get into the home. So with this $20,000 over asking, you're literally going to break even in 7 months, given the forecasted appreciation in this particular marketplace. And now my encouragement would be that we can run this for any property. This specific property will give you some of this data from last sales to what it would look like now. And so that can be somewhat helpful, but more importantly, taking a look at the scenario specific to the market to see what your break even is going to be. Take the emotion out of it and just look at the numbers to see if it's the best decision. So reach out to me if you have a home in mind or if you have a marketplace in mind. Happy to put this together for you and help you make those decisions. All right, thanks so much.